So this is making a 3/4 inch hex, but I haven't taken into account cutter diameter on this. This is the actual path if the cutter diameter was 0. And you can see, I'll actually run this down like I did here. You can see it better here. You see how it's, the edges don't look quite right. They're a little rounded. So I'll show you this cutting. The stock isn't perfectly flat. You see that? Now if I go up, and then you can see what it's making here. It looks like a hex. That isn't right if you take into account cutter diameter, so I'm actually going to make the cutter diameter what it is. You can see the shape it makes. So now if we do a touch off here, it'll look more real. I keep turning it the wrong way. Now the corner is square. So the issue then I found out with this is, if you look here, let me zoom in on this. Now watch if I speed up the spindle. This is, I guess, alright, see the overshoot? So because the way the component works is it's just trying to follow the shape that I'm sending it. It doesn't know in advance that it's going to change corner. So it changes that direction there, and the motion says, oh crap, let me do this, and tries to correct back into the shape. So what I did was I added a way to add radiuses to the corner. So if I do, oops, I guess I gotta be here. Corner radius. And let's add 30 thousandths. Now we're gonna watch up here. See how it's bringing the corner back a little bit? So I don't have a way of doing the math yet to say, okay, if you want to follow the path within this tolerance, then you need this radius at this spindle RPM. So if I add 40, see, now that's pretty close. So if we clear this, you can see the radius there. So now if I slow the spindle down, see, it's following that pretty good. So if I get rid of that radius, that is the path at 10 RPM that it takes. So adding the radius certainly helps. And even at 10 RPM, you can see it overshoots just slightly. Not that that's much, I couldn't tell you what that is. I really need to set up so that it tells you how far away from the calculated path the axis is actually moving. But still, that definitely helps path following. So this is what I've been playing on the lathe too, making that square as I add a bit of radius so that it doesn't overshoot and cause a little hiccup in the part. But yeah, that seems to be working. The math wasn't too hard, it was just a bunch of trig, and I'm sure it could be simplified. But it's still only, maybe 2 pages of code at the most. And it's pretty basic trigonometry and some clauses and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool what you can do with Linux CNC. But so now we could do this and say, let's put a big radius on it for whatever reason. Let's put 100,000s. And then speed up the spindle. And then, I don't know if you'll see it here. Oh my god, I'm going the wrong way. Let's try that. I'm not in manual control. There we go. Well, actually, I can move this. Okay. Now let's do it. You can see the radius. I think it's cool. Anyway.